It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's reality alert.
Hey, sugar butt.
Oh, you know just what to say to me, Max.
Yes, I do. I call all my significant others sugar butt because that is
right.
a normal thing to do.
All your buddies.
Yep.
All your bros,
all my butts.
Your doctor.
Yep.
Your accountant.
Yep.
Sugar butt.
Everyone's sugar butt now.
I think it's cute.
It is
it's
so
cute.
It does not sound like nails on a chalkboard to me.
It makes me salivate, actually, because I really like sugar. So.
Oh, yes, yes. Like a horse wanting some sugar cubes.
Yep, give me the cubes. I'm that type of guy. You just give me a handful of cubes and I'll lap it right out of your palm.
That is just so adorable. This makes me winnie all over the place.
Yay.
Yay.
I love horses.
That's right, everyone. If you've just been listening on the main feed, the soundboard is back, baby. All your favorite sound bites.
That's
up
right.
to 631 sound bites, all back.
Love
Get
it.
excited.
Give me a Shane laugh.
Oh, Shane is back, baby. Shane is here.
Thank you.
Ooh, honey, little sassy.
Oh, it's good to have Shane back in our ears, isn't it?
It's the best.
It feels good. Feels good in the neighborhood. Well, welcome everyone. Old and new, youthful and oldful, prideful and shameful. To
you can only be one or the other. Either you're proud
I think most
or
of us
you're
are
shamed.
Most of us are shameful here. Love is Blind season 5 recaps here on Reality Alert.
You certainly do feel shameful after watching Love is Blind sometimes.
Yes.
That is.
Hang my head in shame.
It's like eating a box of donuts or something. You just afterwards, you just like, oh, it was good while I was consuming, but now,
you got to give yourself a few lashes afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
No.
We're gonna be recapping the whole season. Gonna give you, usually 2 episodes at a time this year, maybe 1. We don't know. You're gonna have to find out. But today we're recapping episodes 1 and 2. We have not watched episodes 3 and 4. So this week, you're gonna get 1 episode recapping episodes 1 and 2, another episode recapping episodes 3 and 4, and then you can head on over to our Patreon and we're going to do our bonus coverage called Love Center. We're going to recap all the social media coming out from the Love is Blind universe of current and former past members. We're going to be talking about our favorite moments of the week. We're going to be giving out superlative awards, and we're going to be forecasting what we think is going to be happening, predictions. So head on over to our Patreon. Starting only $5 a month, you get a bonus episode of our podcast every week. You get access to our Discord community, which we just opened up to the $5 tier, so it's going to be growing. And that's a good amount of shit for $5 a month, if you ask me. So
it's a fun time. There. Love doing Love Center every week. Yep.
So enough advertising. Should we dig into Love is Blind season 5?
Let's dig into the soil and hope we break oil. Huh? Let's do it.
Yeah, Ben, you pointed out of this in a meme on Twitter. A lot of geologists in Houston.
Geologists. In quotes.
What could those geologist industry could they be in?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's so many geology jobs in Houston specifically. Isn't that interesting?
I've abandoned my boy.
I love it. There will be blood soundbite. Can we get the milkshake soundbite if they ever have milkshakes at some point?
I drink your milkshake.
Oh, wonderful.
I drink it up.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you have that.
They have to. It's very Texas, very oily, heading back to Texas, land of gold, oil.
I think even Even the person who said that they were a chemist, it really sounded like they were in the oil industry.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go into yeah. She went to the Middle East to figure out oil.
Yeah,
she's coming here. She's figuring out a skin serum that's like oil based. She's figuring out a whole. Everyone is just bathing in oil. They're all rich as fuck as oil.
Yeah. They all actually, I heard they all came in with pickaxes, and then the production told them you can't do that. You have to leave your pickaxes at the door. Yeah.
Yeah, all these people work in the oil industry down Houston.
They had to have language coaches and speech coaches because they kept talking like this.
Yeah, where are the fucking Texas accents? It's the second season where barely anyone has a fucking accent. It's unbelievable.
It's disgusting.
I bet it's like last season. These people don't even live in Texas. They're like, oh, we actually live in Connecticut. It's like, what the fuck? I want people that talk like this, that live in Texas. You know, like this is not why we watch the show. We want caricatures of people.
Oil brings the country together. Okay. It powers our cars and it makes us all want to drive down to Houston and get one of those big oil jobs.
Yeah. Anyway, I bet JP is like an oil firefighter, you know, like his firehouse is on the
every
oil
time
fields.
A pipeline breaks and there's flames going up in the ocean, he's out there with his hose.
Yes,
that's what's going on. He's helping BP with the cleanups.
So I'm feeling these, particularly the first episode. I was like, ooh, fun characters.
Yes,
drama.
I know. The first episode was fantastic. Really good. Yeah,
it was slick.
Oh yeah,
like oil. It was like good.
This is gonna be a thing, isn't it? It's a thing.
I'm gonna see all the 1-star reviews from people from Texas. Like, we're not all into oil. We have a rich history. We're from Texas. Stop hating on us. We can't take jokes.
You know, we do fracking too. It's not just.
We cheat in the World Series too. We do a lot of really cool things.
Okay, the Yankees fan is coming out of Max now.
I do it for America, for all of those who play fair, It's personal
for all of our Houston listeners. We're happy to have you.
Suck it.
We're happy to have you.
Altuve were a buzzer too, and you all know it.
Okay. Max, you know that our audience doesn't care about sports. Come on.
Okay. I'm done. All right. So Ben, the season starts out. We get this amazing montage, and you know how they keep the people coming in? They show full man ass. As soon as I saw a man's butt, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole season."
Of course.
You know? And I saw a steamy shower scene. I was like, this is the scene, this is the season for me.
Yeah. Butts, more butts, please.
Yes, all butts. Yeah. I saw full man ass, can't do that. We also hear a common phrase we hear: marriage is not easy.
It's never easy.
Yeah.
In any of these seasons.
Yeah. I wonder why
hard. Just ask Jarrett and Ayana. It is hard.
I wonder why marriage is hard for these people.
It's like, have you ever tried to solve the hardest equation in the world, like on a blackboard at MIT? That's what marriage is like. It's like that.
Why is marriage hard for these people? I don't understand. What are they doing wrong?
It's just torture to them. That's all. It's just like, oh, I don't want to be with this person, but I have to for the followers.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's
am I getting married?
I'm living in a prison, and it's like, but I'm also making money as an influencer. I'm getting out promo codes. This is so tough for me. This is torture. Careful what you wish for.
So we get to the men's and women's living quarters. It's very exciting, but I feel like we're getting a boot camp feel this time with the music that I was hearing. Let me play this clip for you, Ben. It's like drum sergeant music.
They should have actually got like a drum line, like from a Texas high school football team or something to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it should have had like a drill sergeant. Line up, everybody. You will get married. You will embarrass yourself and reveal your deepest, darkest secrets. You will get sloppy drunk.
They need that.
Yes.
When I say drink, you drink. Okay.
You
Drink.
will settle for your second choice. They call Nick and Vanessa mom and dad. Okay.
So cute.
Now, should Vanessa have been edited out of this season to appease
Maybe
the
because
masses?
people are still upset. Yeah.
I was very triggered seeing Vanessa here after what she did to Paul and to all of us on the reunion by, being a host so terribly. I was very upset.
I wish they could have just superimposed an image of Paul on Vanessa's face while she was talking.
Yeah, she's a bad person, Ben.
really
A bad person.
Yes. She digs deep, so deep that it's deeper than the geologists do to get the oil.
That diogenesis sedimentary rock they talk about with their polarizing microscopes.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool stuff. I totally understand what they're talking about.
Yes.
Nick Lachey, but he says something very mean to some of the contestants.
You guys are busted.
He's calling them busted. He's saying they're ugly. That's not. He's really doing the drill sergeant thing.
You guys are busted.
Wow.
Are busted?
Nick. Yeah, people are busted, saying you're unattractive.
Is that a word for unattractive?
Busted? Yeah.
I've never heard it used in that context before.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
And that's definitely what Nick was doing.
But see, busted to me is like you're busted. That's
what he was doing. I was making a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused, Mac.
Nick was not calling them ugly.
No, I know, but
it's my deadpan humor.
But I've never heard of the way you were doing it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that chick was busted.
Oh boy. Who's
like she's a grenade,
Who did you hear this from, Max?
I don't know. Is it's just what people say? Is this northeastern slang?
Maybe it's a Jersey
Let us know in the comments if busted is a term you've heard before for someone who is unattractive.
I don't know half the things that are going on in Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if
you guys got that devil and you got the slide and you got the disco fries and Bruce, and I just don't know what the hell's going on over there. It's so weird.
Nick Lachey did something else, Ben, that really interested me.
Oh yeah.
Here was his introduction this year.
Of course, Nick Lachey.
Of course, Nick Lachey.
Ooh, switching it up.
Because we know this was the first Nick Lachey introduction ever.
I'm Nick Lachey, obviously.
And then another time he did.
I'm obviously Nick Lachey.
But this time.
I'm, of course, Nick Lachey.
He's evolving.
He's evolving. He didn't want to do
that.
When you think he's going to zig, he zags.
Yeah. I think 98 degrees is about to become 99 degrees. That's what I think.
They are going on tour.
I saw that.
Yeah, I cannot wait to check them out.
I've been following it all on Instagram. I'm just so excited about it.
Yes.
He has a new hit single out too, I heard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We meet some of the men, and it's really interesting learning about them later. Chris, 27. Is this Chris? Everyone thinks he's a playboy, but he's serious. I wonder if this is the Chris that Johnny ends up talking to.
I think it is.
Chris, nobody thinks you're a playboy.
Unless there's two Chris's that look alike.
I don't think there's two Chris's.
No, this is the same one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that label is appropriate for him.
No. Sorry. Yeah. We meet this skinny guy named Jared, and he's always judged for being skinny. He wishes he was overweight. It's really hard for these thin people out there.
I'm just glad they're finally being more diverse with their body types on this show.
Finally, some thin people on the show, Ben. Finally.
We don't see anything from him after that. So they were just like, yeah, we had the skinny guy
No,
on.
because he came in and he was so thin that the women
He flew
couldn't hear
away.
him taking footsteps, and they would be like, "Oh no, I can tell that you're too thin. Get out!"
Yeah,
You know, they were
yeah.
instantly unattracted to him.
Yeah. And then one of the women were just like shake, and they were like, if we were at a concert and I sat on your shoulders, would you collapse instantly?
He wasn't even that skinny. I mean,
He's not. No.
yes, finally skinny people on the show. You know,
Let's say a door is closed. Could you still walk through it?
Love is blind casting. We applaud you. Thank you for that. Vanessa asks the women, what are they dying to ask the men? Are you going to therapy? Well, you're all gonna need it after the show is, so hopefully you pre-start going to therapy.
You should have started before, and you will continue for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it will never end.
Or you'll you know, get a job in the casting department for the show.
Yeah,
one of the two. You'll do one of the two.
Aaliyah asks a very important question.
Are you gonna be sucking my toes every day?
You better, otherwise I'm gonna cheat on you and not tell you and keep dating you for 3 months afterwards.
It did sound like she wasn't satisfied in that previous.
Yeah, because the guy.
I don't think there was enough toe sucking.
The guy wouldn't suck her toes. He's like, I ate you out twice, 2 to 3 times every day. Okay, you just didn't wash your feet. You didn't wash your fucking feet.
There were clobs of mud in between.
I know.
Toes. You have foot disease. You have fungus down there. You have Fred Flintstone feet.
She's like, okay, but I just want to know.
Are you gonna be sucking my toes every day?
And he's like, no. So she found some freak who's into that. Okay.
I can guarantee you the Wiki Feet people are gonna be all over her this season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But luckily we have Nick and Vanessa here to explain the premise of Love is Blind. Thank God. And then we hear our favorite words every season. We get to hear it twice a year.
Pods are now open.
You know, you think Nick and Vanessa would be better at saying it at the same time by now.
Maybe.
I
don't hear them though, because I'm saying it at the same time too, when I'm watching.
Yeah. So. We meet some people. Chandra, 31 flight attendant, she's nervous that people won't be able to see her.
That's part of
the show.
That's how it works.
Okay. I think it's the only time we see her. Carter has an interesting thing to say about fish pics.
Think about what a couple fish pics could do to the quality of your social media. We're talking like 100 likes here.
What the F?
What the
F? Stacey, what the F? I mean, we should probably start posting fish pics and see what happens, because we could definitely use an extra couple hundred likes on our Instagram account at Reality Alert Podcast, which you should all follow for the memes.
I do hear it's harder to post fish pics in Houston though, because you have to clean off all the oil first before you pose with it.
Yeah, where's he fish? See, these people don't live in Houston, okay?
See, they go to Louisiana. No.
I don't know how to say this guy's name. Enoch. I'm not a good name guy.
Yeah, Enoch. I think I don't think did we hear it out loud. I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
so it's not our fault. We're just ignorant. Okay. Yep. He's 25. He's in sales. He asks a good question, Ben. I'm going to ask it to you first. Fuck, marry, kill, waffles, pancakes, or French toast.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to fuck waffles, marry French toast, and kill. What was the other thing?
pancakes.
Kill pancakes.
Wow.
Yep. I'm not a flapjack guy.
I'm gonna marry pancakes.
What?
Yeah, I really like pancakes.
Wow.
I'm gonna kill waffles. No, I'm gonna marry pancakes. I'm gonna kill waffles, and I'm gonna fuck French toast.
Wow. Is that just for alliteration that you're fucking French toast?
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't get into waffles. I don't enjoy them that much. No, I mean I enjoy them, but I don't eat them that much.
I see.
But I really like all of them. I think they're all great.
Yeah, I like them all too.
Lydia, 30, is a geologist.
Yes.
Quote unquote.
Saving the world with her rock science.
Yes. She's a geologist for Exxon Mobil, it says.
Yep.
She is Puerto Rican, and some people can't understand her accent. One guy thought when she said morning, she said horny.
Yeah, a little bit Freudian there.
Yeah, I think it was Freudian. I think he heard what he wanted to hear.
Yeah. Me too, he said. And then by the time she corrected herself, his pants were around his ankles.
She says she doesn't think she's too much. She thinks she's just the right amount of me. She's changing for no one. She's loud and proud, but she can't figure out why no one likes her.
Well, I like her.
I feel like she should have gone on Big Brother.
She does yell a lot. Yes. So she is perfect for the diary.
She yells a lot. She dances in the hallways like people dance in the hallways on Big Brother. I can definitely hear her saying "Hi, Julie" in her voice.
Yes.
She just seems like the prototypical Big Brother contestant.
She's going to be good on this show, though. She will be. She's big personality. So you love to see that.
Big personality.
It's gonna produce some good entertainment. For
sucks
sure.
at relationships. Perfect for the show.
Perfect for the show.
Doesn't understand why she sucks at relationships. Keeps forcing ahead without really evaluating why the relationships don't work out. Refuses to really look inward and blames everybody else but herself. Yeah, it's really
like I said, she's perfect for the show.
Yes. Lydia has a conversation with Milton, who we learn is he's 24 in engineering. Lydia is 30. Milton is really big into metamorphic rock. He is not into sedimentary rock, Ben, okay?
Yeah.
That is lame shit. He's into metamorphic rock because that's better for oil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like an unleaded versus super unleaded thing? Or
diesel, kind of that stuff. He has a polarizing microscope in his apartment.
You're such a nerd, Milton.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah,
he does admit that he works in oil and gas, though.
Yeah.
He's the only one who's open about it. So, Milton, we salute you. They talk about Diogenesis sedimentary.
Okay.
But Ben, Milton's doing pretty fucking well for someone at his age, okay? He's doing pretty fucking well, he says, okay? Even though he's only 24.
Most people in the oil industry do pretty well. Let's say that.
Maybe we should do an oil podcast. We should get in on the whole oil. What we basically are now. Maybe this will help us out.
Maybe this will boost our ratings.
Yes.
Because people love oil. They love
it. He says she's his number one, but in confessional, she says he's too young.
Right.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Lydia ends up talking to Izzy, who's a 29-year-old insurance agent. What do you think he insures?
Probably oil spills.
Oh, oil spills. He's an oil spill.
God, we're going too hard on this. This is too much.
We learn out that Izzy
one-star reviews from BP employees and
or is it coming back around and no such thing as bad press and everyone's gonna be head into the gas station. Izzy is he's Mexican, and he ended up finding his biological father later on in life, which we get the reveal story to that later on, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Lydia says she's been unfortunate in finding emotionally mature people, and Izzy says all men need therapy, music to these women's ears. Am I right?
Yeah, Izzy is he's popular. He's made some pretty good first impressions. with
He
a lot
knows
of
what to
people.
say. He's a bit of a player. I have to
He
say.
is silver tongue. Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting though, because even with all that validation, he's still insecure about being bald.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
crazy because
Well,
it's like,
a woman took off his hat and said, ew. That could scar a man for life.
was this Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada or something?
I mean, it was at a bar, dude. Things are okay. So I went to college and I went to theater school, right?
Right.
And I went to school in Winston-Salem, and I went to a bar near Wake Forest, which I guess was a more preppy school. And at the time, I was in a play where they had me shave my beard, so I just had a mustache. And all of these girls and some guys kept coming up to me at this bar, this Wake Forest bar, and like pointing at me and being like, "Oh my God, you have a mustache!" Some people were taking pictures with me, because they had never seen somebody with a mustache before.
Wow.
It was insane. I've never had an experience like this in my life. So, you know, people at bars be wiling out about people's physical
You were signing
features.
autographs. You were doing it all.
Well,
Man.
dude, I do not know. Some were tame, but some people looked at me and were like, "Ew, a mustache." It's like,
yeah.
Yes,
this isn't the part where you tell us that it was a Hitler mustache, right?
it was a normal mustache.
Okay.
It was so weird. It was the weirdest experience of my life. I've been walking around with this for like 2 months, all around this city, all around school. No one said anything to me.
Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, Wake Forest's mascot is the mustache. It's the Wake Forest mustache.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he just said that's just part of his charm. He's like, I am insecure. I'm not infallible. You know, he knows what to say to get us on his side.
Yeah. He's a smooth talker. I think he's still going to have lots of people going for him, even when they're in Mexico on their honeymoons.
I can't trust any of the men on these shows, no matter what they say.
No,
they can say anything to me. I'm like, Izzy sketches me out. Chris Fox sketches me out. All the men.
There's one thing that I can trust about one man, and that's that JP is going to be boring.
Yeah, he's so
I can trust
boring.
in that. I can. Yeah.
Yes.
Him and Taylor are our archetype for the boring couple that
for the boring motherfuckers. Yeah, they're really really boring. They both agree that they want kids, but not immediately after getting married. Yeah, that logically makes sense, because right when you get married, you would literally have known the people for like 4 weeks. Congratulations, you have some sense. Everybody on the show says that, because even though you're very foolish for going on the show, you're not completely stupid.
Yeah.
Great. Congratulations.
Although it would have been great if she had said, no, that's a deal breaker. I need it right away.
Honeymoon night. I'm going to make sure I'm ovulating, and I want you to put a baby in me.
You know what? Actually, I want to make sure we get a baby shortly after the wedding.
We're doing IVF.
I cut a hole. I cut a hole in this wall.
Yes, Lydia is into Izzy's gentlemanly manners. Does he even like he's whatever?
I know what you're trying to say, and I see it too, to a certain degree.
What do you think? Like, I just don't think he has gentlemanly manners. I just think he's a nice guy.
I don't. I think he's just a good talker. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's bad.
Yeah,
I just can't tell because this show, everybody turns out being such a jerk.
Yes.
He seems nice, but I'm not like, oh my God, such a gentleman. Like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I know there's some less than gentleman-y things in the next one, I feel like.
Yeah.
In the next episode. I don't know.
You mean with like Johnny and stuff?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Izzy recommends that everyone do Love is Blind. He says it's better than dating. Okay, Izzy, let's see.
Huh?
Let's give it a few weeks on the show. Let's see how the producers treat you. And then let's see the public reception. And let's check that out. Let's see how the whole thing.
Let's see how you're feeling when you're starving, you're cold, you haven't had any water. And you're trying to get in on this football game for another season's reunion. And you got your bindle in hand.
Let's see when you end up fucking
like
homeless,
Nick.
like Nick Thompson. Okay, it's gonna be tough. These jokes are gonna be bad when he ends up like in a homeless shelter. We're gonna have to edit him out.
He won't. He'll be fine.
He has a condo. He bought it. Izzy and Stacy. She's a 33-year-old operations manager. Not of oil, it's of a Whataburger, okay? You know those tech people and their fucking Whataburger. It's the best burger, blah, blah, fucking
Get
blah.
your head out of the oil drum, folks. It's
a Whataburger.
It's Whataburger.
It's a Whataburger. Izzy tells Stacy that he's a drummer. I don't believe him. I don't believe him for a second.
Is he a drummer for the Astros?
Stacy loves darts. She says she'll whoop his butt. Butt. And later she talks about how she likes to spank butts, so she'll do it.
She's all about the butts.
Yeah. Because he likes dancing, she gives him 5 points, but we don't get a point scale. These people need to give their rating scale so it's like fucking 5 points out of
5 out of what? 100? Well,
that's
not
a million.
That's not very good.
We don't know. We need to know. In confessional, Izzy says he has stands out, but he really wants to explore all 15 girls' personalities.
I bet he does.
Red flag. Player alert. Woo, woo.
He's gotta really get into those personalities. He's gotta really feel around those personalities.
To manipulate all of them and break their hearts. Izzy talks to Johnny. She's 30. She's a lawyer. She let him know about her track record of crappy relationships. Also, a ton of people with addiction issues. Is it because later there's like
was it a ton, or was it just one guy that she?
I wrote down in my notes a ton of people with addiction issues, and generally my notes are pretty correct. But later on, there was one specific person with addiction issues. So I think she's had a track record of people with addiction issues, but there was one person with addiction issues who was the only person she's ever been in love with.
Yeah.
But initially she said
messed up her marriage. Yeah.
Yes, but she was never in love. That's a whole conversation.
We'll get to that. But it's not one you hear every day on Love is Blind. That's for sure.
No, it's good stuff. Good casting.
It's very interesting. Yeah.
They're both looking for stability. Izzy has been engaged before, and Johnny has been married before. Izzy's not scared by this yet. Not yet. Because he doesn't know all the details.
But spooky season's around the corner.
And she's waiting until he's really invested to reveal it to him. She doesn't know
that's
how
how
to
jump scares
strategize.
work. That's how jump scares work. You have to wait till the audience
strategy. She doesn't think things through. I wouldn't hire her as my lawyer.
I wouldn't hire her as my lawyer.
Yeah. We got a good thing going on here, though. Johnny's really into Izzy, and she lets out a squeal. We have a new squeal, Ben. Are you ready?
Oh, that's a winner.
Would you like to go through the other squeals we have?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This is Xanthi from The Circle season 4.
Yeah.
This is Irina. And this is Tiffany. Maybe she's a friend of somebody.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was Tiffany. Yeah.
Oh yes, Tiffany. Sorry, Tiffany from.
No, it is Tiffany. Yeah.
No, Tiffany from Love Is Blind season 4.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I got confused where I was in the soundboard. Wow, that Tiffany one is really good. And back to Johnny. Very artful, Johnny.
I think that one's the best because it's like a roller coaster ride.
I really.
You're
I don't know.
starting off with a, and then you're going.
I don't know. Xanthi's is definitely the most accurate squeal.
I mean, that's a straight up, Arkansas pig squeal, right?
Or a drill.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just fucking wild, the Xanthi one. Yes, yeah. For those of you who haven't heard that, that is literally a human making that noise. That is a human. It's beautiful. And I just want to say, I didn't come up with squeal. Like in the caption, it says squeal. I was like, oh, we got one. We got one.
Yeah.
As soon as Johnny did that, I was like, oh, yeah. All right. Johnny is one of 6 kids, parents still together. Her mom wanted grandkids, but then her mom saw the pattern of her relationships and said, maybe you weren't meant to be in a relationship.
What a thing to say to your child. What a thing to say.
Dude, I don't know, dude. The more Johnny reveals, it's like, maybe you should go. Maybe you should take up knitting. Maybe try something else.
Yeah.
Pick up a new hobby. Johnny says that she knows that she deserves love. Everyone says this. They're like, I know I deserve love. It's like, yes. Okay. All right, guys. But why? Why do they deserve love?
They're entitled to it.
Why?
I don't.
What did they do that was so good?
I don't know.
Prove it to me. Write me a thesis, send it to me, and then we'll show me. No one's shown me that they deserve love yet.
Maybe she's just a love addict.
That's my hot take. That's my hot take. Johnny and Chris Fox. I thought that it was funny because Chris comes in. He's like, "Hi, I'm Chris Fox." And I'm like, "Who says their fucking last name on the show?" I was like, "Is there another Chris?"
He extended his hand out, ready to shake her hand, and then realized that there was a wall there.
It's me, Chris Fox.
Oh, should I have heard of you?
And I was like, "Is it like a Mary Kate situation? Is it like Sarah Ann, Chris Fox?"
Yeah.
He is a 27-year-old project manager, but he says he works in commercial and retail development. He's a sweet guy. He fosters dogs on the weekend. And Johnny has a beagle named Barry. Maybe she does deserve love.
He's the perfect guy. This is finally the guy.
Yes.
Finally.
She says that she's been through the ringer in past relationships, but she takes responsibility. Do you know what, Ben? I think that Johnny has been into a certain type of guy before. Do you know what kind of guy?
Yeah, but I don't want to say.
What have you been saying? What were you going to say? A drug addict?
I did say addicts.
Yeah, but yeah, she's been saying that.
Okay. She's got a type.
Yeah.
She's got a type. But this guy, I think he might be addicted to fostering dogs.
Ooh, rough. No pun intended. Rough is right. Oh my God. Nothing really happens in this chat. They seem to like each other. Okay.
I think honestly, I was thinking they'd be a good match. I don't know, but we see what happens later.
He's not bad enough, I thought.
Yeah.
She can say she doesn't want a bad boy, but she needs somebody that's at least bad boy light.
Yeah. At least have a leather jacket on or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At least say you own a motorcycle, but you know, you're not an addict, but you run AA meetings to help addicts. You're like right. Yeah,
they
something
let
like that.
they let people do that.
You run the substance abuse center, something like that. Okay, men's quarters. Milton is like, when Lydia started talking about those rocks. Damn, baby. Okay.
We're
You're
rocking
such
now.
a nerd, Milton.
Oh, nice. Women's quarters. Women say they're into Uche because he's boring and nerdy. Is that the thing now?
That's
Boring
the
and
new
nerdy?
thing.
And
Yeah.
Chris Fox is like, what did I do wrong? I'm boring and nerdy. I'm
Well, no,
boring and
you said
nerdy.
that, Chris. You said that interesting thing about fostering dogs, so
Yeah,
you're out. You're
yeah.
out.
So I can be boring and nerdy. I basically am.
I'll talk about rocks. I'll talk whatever I have to do. I'll do it.
Stacy starts roasting the guys. She said Ernesto burped and didn't say excuse me. She says Milton was awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
She says she is dying to know what country bumpkin Carter looks like, but she feels like fee fi fo fum.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
It means he's a big boy.
Oh, he's big.
Like fee fi fo fun. That's like the giant from the Beanstalk story.
Yeah, that's so he's
Yeah.
a giant. She feels like he's big.
He is too. He's a big
He
guy.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she called it.
But she likes Izzy. Yeah, we all like Izzy. We're all in love with Izzy. We get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wait till they see that he's bald. They're all gonna run away. They're all gonna go, ew, and run back in the doors. But the doors are gonna be closed, and they're gonna start banging on them. Let me out!
This
He's
is Love is
bald!
Blind. We're not supposed to have bald people on
He's
here.
bald. You're supposed to be thin and have long hair. Ben, something happened that confused me.
Okay.
The men are making breakfast, and it's a bunch of different shots, but this happened.
Is it hot? Yeah, it's getting hotter. Do the butter test, man.
What's the butter test?
I have no idea.
Did you hear that? I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is the butter test?
Oh, okay. If they were talking about it's too hot, they're probably talking about like putting some butter on the pan or something to see if it melts.
Hold on.
Is it hot? Yeah, it's getting hotter. Do the butter test,
So
man.
is it hot?
Yeah.
It's getting hotter to butter. But then they showed cooking, and they also showed toast and putting butter on toast. Yeah, maybe it was a pan. They were trying to see if
No, I think they
was
were
hot
talking
enough.
about the pan. You put the butter on the pan, see if it starts melting. But I've never heard it called the butter test.
So I don't know what the butter test is, but if any of you people know, let us know.
Yeah,
I'm
all
flabbergasted.
you butterheads out there. Send in your butter tips, whatever.
So we meet Taylor and JP. Taylor is 25. She's a kindergarten teacher. She says it's a good time for her to get married and have a family because she loves herself now. And in the past, she didn't love herself and she let herself go. But now she loves herself, as she tells us about 200 times that she loves herself. Because now she loves herself.
I think it's great.
And she deserves love.
Yes, she does. Every kindergarten teacher deserves love.
That's true.
It's like an Andy Griffith episode. It's you got a firefighter and a kindergarten teacher. How much more perfect could it be?
Well, and he went to the school that she taught at.
What?
Yes.
So cute.
And he doesn't sleep well a lot because of his job, and he likes the camaraderie, and he doesn't find it scary. But if you've listened to this podcast for a long time, we couldn't date a firefighter because we would be too worried about them all the time.
No, we'd be scared to get caught in an oil fire and die.
It's too scary, especially with the oil added.
Yeah. We've mentioned it's a trigger for you when a fire truck goes by your place because you're just worried for all.
I'm worried about all of them.
You're worried about all of them. That they're
and the Dalmatian.
Yeah.
This stood out to me though, something that JP said.
I'm definitely sweet. My mom dipped me in sugar as soon as I was born.
Is this a Texas thing? Do they dip their babies in sugar?
I think it must be.
It must. I've never heard of this before. Dipping your baby in sugar so that they're sweet.
Yeah. They feed them sugar cubes too, like horses.
Oh, nice. And they just dip them in vats of sugar.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Texas way.
This
Well,
is
they
very
like their kids like they like their Whataburgers, nice and sweet.
Yeah. This is like when I was watching Boyhood and they had all of the Texas kids stand for the Texas national anthem, like
Right.
it faced the Texas Pledge of Allegiance. And I was like, is this real? And then I found out it was real. So,
Yeah,
so
it's
this
a
is
real
also
thing.
educational. They dip their babies in sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. The more you know.
Does New Jersey have an anthem? Or is it Bruce's Born to Ride?
They play Born to Run in the morning and we
Okay.
fist pump.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. When he walks out, Taylor tells Izzy he would propose to her right now.
Wow.
Wow.
I believe it.
I believe it. He's like, she's just as boring as I am.
Yep. He just slipped right into that archetype. So effortless.
Uche, he's a lawyer, he's 33, and Miriam, 31, a scientist. This is very interesting. So Miriam was born and raised in Nigeria. She was going to go into medicine, so she came to the US, but she ended up going into science. Let's just listen to this.
I'm a scientist.
What type of science?
I've worked in different industries.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Working in academia, but I work overseas.
Oh, where overseas?
In the Middle East.
You work in the Middle East.
I think she said, what kind of scientist? And she won't reveal.
I'm not allowed to say.
I can't say. And she's like, oh, academia in the Middle East. But I'm moving back to Houston full time.
I don't what's the correlation between Houston and the Middle East? I don't understand.
I don't know.
What could it possibly be?
What are the
What's
words?
the running theme here with all these scientists in the industries that they work in that they're not allowed to say what the exact position of their job is?
I don't know why the acronym OPEC comes to mind. But it does.
It is really funny how cagey the producers are making them all be, because clearly the producers are like, look, nobody's gonna like you if you guys work in this. Am I wrong? Don't you think that's probably it, right?
She says she is moving back to Houston full time in a couple of weeks and going into skincare, offering a distinct composition.
Yeah, she wouldn't be specific about that either. That was really
very weird. I hope she comes
Oil-based.
back and explains what is happening. We need to know.
Yeah. Be careful with those skin products out there, folks. You never know what they're made from.
So Uche meets Aaliyah. She's an ICU nurse. She's 28. She's into toe sucking. She tells him she is into nerdy men who satisfy her. She likes reading solitaire and likes anime movies from when she grew up in Japan. Uche says people think he argues for a living as a lawyer, but he actually owns a software company. And they seem to hit it off. You know, this initial meeting, it goes well.
Go pretty good. Yeah.
Aaliyah says everyone needs to be teachable in the bedroom on both sides, and her sex drive is, I'm just saying,
toe-suckingly high.
It is toe-suckingly high. It is, I might cheat on you high if you don't suck my toes. I say I might cheat on you. If you don't do exactly what I want, I will cheat on you.
Don't skip the big toe.
Yes.
There.
We get the sexual questions montage. Ben, are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah.
This is Renee, 31, veterinarian.
Are you a handyman?
Oh, yeah.
I could see a man see something messed up and start fixing it and just get wet.
Oh.
Wow. She likes handymen. Yeah.
Yeah, she likes. Yeah.
She likes Bob the Builder. She's a big. She likes janitors.
Taylor.
Janitors.
Yeah.
She likes a man who can unclog a toilet. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yep.
We get this guy Justice. He has some interesting things to talk about.
I'm really good at cunnilingus. I know it's my God-given talent. Everybody gets one God-given talent.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. That's a beautiful, like, God bless
And then
you.
she
with
started
that.
hearing on the other side of the wall.
Hey, you got to practice. You got to get your 10,000 hours in, okay?
You got to do your ABCs every day.
JP's favorite sexual position is yes. He's a virgin. That is why he said yes. Stacy is talking to Josh, and she makes a joke about making out with her hand, and then Josh makes a joke about making out with his pillow, and she's like, "Ew, you make out with your pillow?" Like,
Yeah, like
so
she didn't just say she
disgusted.
made out with her hand.
Well, no, your hand is normal, but your
That's
pillow,
normal. Yeah.
that is disgusting. Freak. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It is disgusting. It's really gross.
So are Netflix shows required to bring up Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds? Is that
That must be it. It really must be.
is that in the contract? It must be maybe a Mint Mobile type of thing.
Yeah, they're sponsored by Mint Mobile.
And then Carter gives them a moment of silence.
Yeah.
He says, "Let's give them a moment of silence." I'm like, Carter, do you think that they're dead?
He might think that. Yeah.
They're very much alive.
Dead pool.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Stacy can guess shoe sizes based on looking at shoes. She thinks that this is so impressive. Do we find this to be a very impressive trait?
I think it's just the trait of a shopaholic. I don't know.
But is she buying men's shoes too, or is it women's shoes?
I get maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, there's only so many sizes that there can be. I mean,
at this
I mean,
point,
I
I
guess
want her
it's-
to date a clown.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's fairly impressive. She says she's raunchy and weird, but he's into it.
Well, that's a little quirky.
Yeah, she's quirky. She's not like the other girls, but he likes how Johnny is nicer and tender.
Ooh.
Izzy and Johnny talk. They both say that they're good kissers. You know, it's interesting. Everybody on the show says they're a good kisser. I want somebody to say, "I'm not that good at kissing, but you should still marry me."
Yeah. There's no harm in it. Honesty, that's what these ladies want, right? Is honesty. I just want someone to go out there and be like, I am having trouble with it. I do a lot of biting, and I open my mouth too wide, and
I have a lot of extra teeth, and they kind of point out, so you're gonna bleed a lot. But I'm in therapy, and I'm willing to marry you on the show.
Right away.
Bad kisser, baby.
As soon as possible.
And I'm not willing to get better at it.
That unwillingness, that's good.
Yeah. Chris and Johnny, they play a card game called Let's Get Deep. I want to talk about this first question. Is it, what do you wish you had learned from health class about sex? Johnny says she wishes she hadn't learned anything from health class.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then Chris says, all they teach you to say in health class is say penis 3 times, penis, 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 and vagina 3 times, vagina, vagina, vagina. What is going on in Texas, Ben? What is happening? Okay, we're required to do this, so all we're gonna do is it's just penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina. Thank you. Go to church.
Yeah. I think they still think the storks deliver the babies. Yeah. The oil covered storks.
What? That's it. I mean, I guess you might as well have wished you would learn nothing, because you did.
It's a little disturbing. I was low-key expecting them to say, what's the one thing you wish you'd learned? And then they just say sex. I just wish I learned about sex. What is it? Can you tell me? Can you tell me?
I don't know.
I heard it's when the penis sneezes and it gets all over the lady.
Yep. What were you saying?
I was gonna say that's why they have to get married so fast in Texas. So
Yes,
they can find out what it is.
You gotta find out what well, it basically is why they get. Yeah, all right.
We're spiraling now.
You know they do. But all they do is they just hop in bed next to each other and they go penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina.
Yeah,
that felt so good.
And then the guy starts peeing on the girl, and then they'd say, "When's the baby come?"
What a rocket's time. Yeah, this terrible thing happened to Chris. That's an understatement. We're not going to go into it because it's not funny. But yeah, he talks about how he feels so comfortable feel free to share his deepest, darkest secrets here with Johnny, and he really cares for her. I'm like, that's just movie magic. Don't feel comfortable. They're manipulating you. Don't do it, Chris Fox.
You gotta feel for this guy after pouring out all that on national TV, and then she still goes for Izzy over him. That is just brutal. That is brutal.
I know.
My God.
Lydia talks about how she just wants to be loved for who she is, even though she's annoying. You know, she just wants to be loved.
Come on. She's passionate.
She's annoying, you know. She just wants to be loved as she is. She's like, I know I'm annoying, but I'm not gonna change anything about myself. I
think I like Lydia more than you do.
I get feedback all the time, people telling me I'm really fucking annoying, but what am I gonna do?
Max, how many improvisers have you worked with? I mean, this is nothing compared to that, right?
No, I'm not saying I don't like her. I'm just saying, you know, she might be a little annoying. I'm just saying that if you are having trouble in dating and you're getting the same results over and over and over again, but you say, I refuse to look inward at all, but I don't get it. Maybe it's something about you. And maybe you don't have to change who you are, but you could grow a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe you're the problem, but not in a bad way. Maybe there's some internal development. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying potentially. The way that she's putting it, I'm like, well, it's, you know, maybe there's, I don't know. Maybe you need to approach the situation differently.
You might be onto something.
Yes. Lydia and Izzy, they both say they're givers in relationships. They're both such selfless people. They both have never taken from anyone, you know. They're both just perfect human beings.
Yes. Lawyers usually are. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, wait. This is Lydia and Izzy. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's not Johnny.
Yeah.
Oil industry people usually are. Sorry.
She tells him he is her number one. He says, thank you. What a response.
Yes. Well, when you say that, when you say thank you to someone calling you their number one?
Thank you. Have a nice
day.
day.
It'd be rude not to say thank you. Wouldn't it?
Gentlemanly manners is he?
He's very gentlemanly.
Basically saying that you love me.
That's that Texas gentleman we hear about all the time.
Yeah. He basically tells her that he's weighing things out, which she should have picked up on as
you're done.
You're donezo.
Yeah.
But she basically comes back and is like, I'm getting married.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor Lydia.
No.
Uche and Aaliyah talk. Aaliyah wants a woman cave. That's illegal. You can't have one. It's for men and TVs.
Men only. Yeah.
Men only can have caves.
Lazy boy lotion and Kleenex. Okay. That's all that's there.
She has a lot of hobbies. How does she have time for all these hobbies?
I don't know.
She's a lot of hobbies. Solitaire, paint, playing guitar, records, poetry. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very.
I thought you were just
productive.
gonna go solitaire, Minecraft,
Minesweeper,
Minesweeper,
that pinball game they used to have on Windows XP, all that good stuff.
Spider Solitaire.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the solitaires.
They both have written and performed spoken word poetry.
That is so cool.
They're
Really
perfect
cool.
for each other because
Yeah.
they're both really corny. So it's
Yeah.
really good for each other.
I hope we get to hear one at some point.
I can't wait.
I can't wait because
I can't wait to snap along.
It'll be right up there with Cameron from season 1 doing his rap.
It's
really
gonna be
excited for
amazing
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
They want to kiss after this discussion. They're so impassioned by the poetry.
Well, they should do it. What's stopping them?
Yeah, just kiss
the wall.
Kiss the wall. You can feel the suction.
Why haven't we gotten that much lately? You know, why can't we get people going up to the wall and making out at the wall?
Yeah,
You
why
know?
don't people do that anymore? They used to do that all the time on this show.
Yeah. I mean,
What happened to this
They
show?
could do more than that. They could do a lot of things on that wall.
Yeah, but
They
people don't
could.
use the wall enough. There's a whole wall there for you to use.
There's a
Use
whole
it.
wall there.
Use the space.
Yep. When the walls are a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Yes. Let's see. Taylor has a feeling she's going to get engaged. JP loves dressing primarily in red, white, and blue. Who is he? Evil Knievel?
Yeah.
You might as well be if you're a firefighter. Basically a daredevil.
Yeah.
I can't date them.
The rush of it. Yeah.
Yeah. They do push-ups when they yawn. Yeah, this is where it brings up. She asks him what he likes to call his significant others, and she likes calling her significant other sugar butt. So she has called all of her boyfriends the same pet name.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, that's all she dates, though. She only dates sugar butts. So it makes sense. Like,
that's good because then you don't have to worry about calling JP the wrong name during sex. It's
Right.
actually a strategic play.
well, and it's her type. She's got a type, and it's sugar butts.
Sugar, yeah, and his butt was dipped in sugar when he was born.
Yep. So it works perfect. Yeah.
Lydia talks to Stacy about how much she likes Izzy in the women's quarters, and Stacy in confessional says she's not sharing with the other women who she's having connections with, and she feels strongly about Izzy. That's not
It's 'cause
fair.
she knows she's gonna win.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is.
It's confidence.
The second that Izzy said, "You have such a sexy voice," that's when I knew that she won.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that of all the 15 women, she was the winner.
The second I knew she probably wasn't going to say, like, I wasn't really in love with my husband, but I still married him, I knew that she won,
She
you
was the
know?
one.
Yeah.
She's the one.
Izzy breaks it off with Lydia, even though she called him mi amor. Who does that?
No.
It's sad. She
I don't
says,
like it.
what do you think is missing? And he's like, chemistry, me liking you.
And she's like, "I'll be a chemist. I do geology, but my company, they'll pay for you to be a chemist too."
She says it sucks. She craves to be hard and badly loved. She says she feels clueless why she's blindsided once again. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's just nothing right about you, you know?
You're just annoying. That's all.
You're just annoying. The problem is you're annoying, okay? Skedaddle. Get out. Scram. Don't look back.
You don't have a sexy voice, okay? There. I said it.
You can't guess shoe sizes. Can you guess shoe sizes? You're not fun and raunchy. You're annoying.
Yeah.
When she walks into the women's quarters crying, I was really bummed out that nobody was hiding behind the counter laughing at her. Shouldn't Stacy have been doing that? It was really, I know, it's like people were so hard on Irina. It's like, you don't know what you're missing now.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to do that again.
We need Nick and Vanessa to be doing it.
Yes.
We need them behind the
We
tree.
need mom and dad laughing behind the counter with a bottle of rum.
I'm so mad that they got shamed for that last season because it's just it's the best. We
It's
need
just some
more.
girls having fun.
Yeah, they're just having a little fun.
What's wrong with fun?
What, you rather play them playing solitaire? Is that what you want? Want them to play solitaire?
Let's get to the big Aaliyah and Uche conversation, Ben.
Oh boy. All right.
So they basically is starting out well, and she's like, I want to leave with you, but like my logical brain is telling me not to. And he's like, no, we're leaving together. Like, if you feel unsure about anything, you can tell me. And she's like, what would your deal breaker be? And he's like, dishonesty. And she says the same. He asks her, have you ever cheated? She says, I have cheated in a relationship where I wasn't sexually satisfied for 2.5 years. She says, this was 2 years ago. And Uche goes, oh, so you're a recent cheater, as he munches on his kind bar.
It's
a very pronounced
kind of
bar
ironic,
eating.
isn't it?
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so you're a recent cheater. He had to fuel up for the ass whooping he was about to give her. He's going to lawyer mode.
It is crazy how quick the switch flips for him, and he just goes right into interrogation mode very fast here. Yeah, a little disturbing, a lot disturbing.
I was disturbed on both sides.
Yeah, because you were still thinking about the toe licking. Is that what?
No,
it was?
She was just so full of red flags. This was red flag central for me.
Yeah, well, no. I agree, but they're all full of red flags. But
this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad for me. She's 30 now, I believe. So she was 28 when she cheated. She could have just broken up with the guy and didn't. Then she dated him for 3 months longer. And she doesn't ever really take full responsibility for it. She kind of just keeps like placing blame on it. I never really feel like two wrongs make a right. I'm kind of just like, what's going on here? Like, I wouldn't marry her this quickly.
It's the type of conversation that should be had in private, not on national television. That's for sure. But here we are. And he really does go too hard on the attack here, and his tone is abrasive, it's condescending, it's not very, he does actually get her to open up a little bit and be very vulnerable here in this moment, and he doesn't really return that vulnerability with any softness at all. Instead, he just sort of continues to berate her, which I think is why it was such a turnoff for a lot of people when it comes to Uche.
Yeah, I do agree. But with her, I was also like, I'm not really feeling her either because she's a cheater. So I'm not really too into either person here because, she's fucking cheated.
Yeah.
She's like an adult too. He's going too hard, but I do agree with him philosophically what he's saying. But like, why is he being such a why is this a deposition all of a sudden? Like, why? Is he
he's going
her?
about it like an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
He absolutely is.
Yeah. I mean, he does apologize eventually, but it was very the flip switch was quite intense.
That's a huge red flag too, is just like how he can flip the switch like that and just go right into that sort of lecturing mode is a little disturbing, just a little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was weird for me about some of the things. That was just so obvious to me. Some things Aaliyah said. She said she really hated herself for it. But what good would it have done to let the guy she cheated on know if it would have upset him? And it's like,
yeah.
It's like, well.
It really doesn't feel like she sat with that for long enough. It wasn't a good look coming from her end either. Yeah.
I was like, So it's this much later, and you really haven't.
Yeah, I don't know. People make mistakes, right? The hope is that you grow from those mistakes, and it feels like when she was explaining it, but she was also being questioned in a way that like maybe she was not being as articulate. As
Yeah,
she could have
exactly. I mean,
been,
that could come out too, but I wasn't exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling. I wasn't feeling the way that
It-
I would want to feel.
It would be a red flag for both of us. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because she was like
would be,
fully grown up. You know, she was like I was 18 or I was in college. It was like even though there were extenuating circumstances in her relationship, it's just the way that the story unfolded. I was like, oh, red flag. Oh, another red flag.
Well, and especially with the way the show is formatted, where you're getting married after like a couple months, that's not really enough time to build trust that you need to build up when you know that people have cheated previously in a relationship.
Well, exactly, which kind of makes sense why Uche would be like, all right, I need to fucking go to business and figure out like what happened here and like why he went so hard, because he was like, all right, am I getting married or not? Let's break it down and go to fucking town. What did she do?
The fact that these two even had another conversation that was baffling to me. If I were
They're
both
in
of them,
love,
I would not
Ben.
want to.
They want to stay on the. I mean, they're in love.
They want to say yes.
They're in love.
They need to up their love.
They
for
love each other.
They love their follow. They love
poetry.
each other, not their follow. They love each other. Right. They don't have any podcast ideas coming for when the show airs. They don't have any.
Oh God, we're gonna get a poetry podcast
Hey.
about Love Is Blind.
Should we do on our show? Should we do a slam poetry event like for this season?
With bringing some big time poets and just
or we could share ours, and then we could get listeners to send in their poems, and we'll do theirs
if
for
you guys
them.
have any slam poems, just like bring it on in.
Seriously, reality alert podcast at gmail.com. If we get enough, we'll do this,
please. I did like after the first of all, I really like this song bit.
I feel shame and I can't shake it off.
Ooh, she feels the shame.
A new hit from the Love Is Blind Orchestra.
He shamed her. I like when Aaliyah is crying and Lydia is like, we're the same person, because we're the same exact person. I knew we were the same person because now you don't have anybody. You guys broke off. The reason this happened to you is because we have the same exact qualities. Nobody will ever love us. We can never find anybody. You're also annoying. We're both fucked. So we're fucked.
To a certain degree, her saying we're the same person to everybody could be true in terms of occupation and who they work
yes,
for.
That's true.
Yes.
And Aaliyah was like, Uche thinks I'm going to cheat on him because I've cheated before. And some of the women were like, oh, that's kind of reasonable. That's a reasonable thing to be worried about. Yeah.
Oh, so you're a cheater, huh?
Yeah.
And then the girls go, when did you cheat last? 2 years ago. Oh, so you're a recent cheater.
Oh, so you're a recent cheater. Okay. All right. Yeah, I could see why he might feel that way. Yeah. And Lydia's like, no, fuck him. We're the same person. He's the same person as Izzy.
And then she runs crying to Nick and Vanessa, and she's like, everyone out there now is making me cry because they're saying I'm a cheater. And they go, oh, you're a cheater. Well, how recent was the cheating? Oh, so you're a recent cheater.
And for some reason, everybody's munching on Kind bars.
They're sponsored by Kind.
Sponsored.
I got a secret. How can you tell? I'll keep the secret till it drags me down.
I thought it was weird that they ended with that song, which they played a lot on Love Is Blind, because she told her secret.
Yeah.
Says that she's a recent cheater.
Yep.
No one got engaged at the end of the first episode.
Wild
stuff.
But we're gonna get it. We'll get there soon.
We will. We episode 2 starts. Some guys are playing cornhole. Of course, Milton is he's playing chess.
You're such a nerd, Milton.
All right. Milton asks, would you rather be killed by a shark or an alligator?
Oh. That's tough.
I guess a shark. It just seems
quicker death.
Yeah, I think quicker.
Yeah. An alligator would probably take his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The women debate robbing the cradle versus rocking the cradle. It's obviously robbing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Someone calls Scott Disick a predator for dating a 19-year-old. I believe that's when he was dating... Was it a Richie that he was dating, Ben? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know who's this.
You know Scott Disick? You know Scott Disick, Lord Disick. He had children with Kourtney Kardashian. He's on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I don't know this guy. It says
American. Oh my God, Ben!
It says American entrepreneur on Google.
He's very important.
It says he's an American entrepreneur.
He's 3 children. You know Penelope, Mason. You know
Scott Michael Disick is an American media personality and socialite. He is most famous for starring as a main cast member on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and its spin-offs.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, he was with Sophia. His Sophia Richie was the one he dated when she was only 19. Very cool. Not. Anyway, Milton and Lydia have a beach date. Now, Milton doesn't see this cooler. He says because it have a drink on it, but he thought Lydia had a mini fridge. But then he calls the cooler an ice chest. Did he not see the cooler because he calls coolers ice chest?
Yeah, because he didn't know what a cooler was. He just knew what an
some
ice
nerd
chest
shit. He's like, actually, this is an ice chest, not a not a cooler, because it doesn't actually cool. It just uses the properties of ice.
I love Milton.
I know he's great. I love him. So Lydia opens up to him and he's like, I'll open up to you. And Lydia just cries about nobody loving her. And he calls her a great mother, which is a good thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
Women love that. And Lydia says she will never change.
Just ask Micah.
Yeah.
From
Definitely don't
season.
say the opposite.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Lydia says she will never change or apologize for who she is. And Milton says she likes that about her and how she's outgoing. Are they going to go to the chapel or what?
They are.
And we learned that Milton went to his junior year of college right out of high school. So he's a little smarty.
He's a smarty pants.
And he uses jokes as a shield. And I wouldn't know anything about that.
And I heard he started working at Exxon at 12. So that's kind of cool.
That's very cool. So they hit it off. They just want to hug each other, and she promises not to reconsider him because of his age. She's getting ready to rock that cradle.
She doesn't know if she has any other options. So,
yeah, she's ready to Scott his Disick.
Yes. That's okay. Yeah.
Taylor and JP are so fucking boring. His childhood was bad. That was sad. And then they say that they love each other, and she says, "Bye, sugar butt."
Yeah, he's claiming love is scary, but not fires. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You're shitting your pants every time you're in those fucking fires, bro. We know it, and so are we.
It's fucking terrible. We're all shitting our pants thinking about you in that building.
I'm crying now every time I try to sleep thinking about JP and fires. Okay.
Yeah. Terrible.
Aaliyah in the women's living quarters says she feels like Uche was judging her. He wasn't judging. He was just talking. Maris29, an HR specialist, says, when someone tells you something like that, it's natural to be taken aback. It's like, yeah, if somebody tells you that they're a recent cheater, it's natural to, be a little worried that they might cheat on you again.
Yes. Just a little bit.
Yeah. And Lydia's like, he's too fucking smart to be acting fucking stupid. He should be fucking lawyering. Fuck him. You need to be alone like me. You need to be worried like me.
Just don't date Milton. He's mine.
Yeah. You should be lonely like me.
We're going to do science TikTok videos.
So Uche and Aaliyah. Aaliyah says she feels in a relationship she should be able to talk about anything and not be judged by the other person. I fundamentally disagree.
Yeah.
With that statement.
There's a lot of things you can say just as a human being that could make other people judge you. Yeah.
Yeah, like what if Maria came in and she said that Kobe was a top 5 NBA player? I would judge her for it.
For Kobe?
As top 5?
Maybe.
No, he's not top 5. He's not top 5.
I don't know.
I would judge her. I would judge her. It's
pretty petty of you, Max.
Yeah, well, I'm a judgmental person. I think I should be able to be who I am.
And why is Maria trying to just poke at you like that?
Yeah, right? Right? Why is she doing that to me? So
why is she just coming into the room and being like, Kobe? And you're like, that's fucked up.
I know. So I should be able to judge her for poking at me like that.
She knows what buttons to press.
What if I said, I just kicked a dog? Should Maria not judge me for that? Should I be able to say anything I want?
Yeah. Did you kick a dog, Max?
No, I haven't kicked a dog. I just wanted, but if I did, and then I said it. I'm just saying
Why did you do the kicking the dog example right after Milhouse was barking just a second ago? That's what I want to know.
Freudian slip. I'm sorry.
Our listeners do often comment about how much they think you hate Milhouse.
I love Milhouse. I'm just thinking about,
he's your godson, right?
Yes.
We determined if we died, you would take him.
Families fight sometimes, Uche does apologize. He says it's him, and he has trusting issues, and he says he was looking for something wrong when there's nothing wrong.
Do you think that the trusting issues started when she told him that she was a cheater?
I think maybe.
Do you think that's where they started?
Yeah, I think it's like there's something wrong when there's nothing wrong. I'm like, well, has she voiced the toast?
It's nice that he apologized, though.
No, he really did own up to everything too.
Yeah,
he did. But he better get ready to suck those toes to make up for it. And he do it every night, or she's going to be cheating on him on the regular.
Yeah.
He better sexually satisfy her.
Yep.
He says he accepts her for who he is, and he's so sorry, and blah, blah, fucking blah. She says that he knows what to say. It's that poetry coming out. I'm like, no, it's the lawyer. He's lawyering. He knows what to say because he's a lawyer.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything rhyme in what he said. Okay.
I didn't hear any dramatic pauses. I didn't hear any stanzas.
I didn't hear a bass ever.
Yeah. No snapping, no whatever poetry is. All of that stuff. We get some activities really quick. We get the silent disco, mini golf, and basketball.
Games keep you young, and so does Botox.
So does Botox, she says.
How old is she?
People start Botox at like 21 now, or like 18.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. People Botox whenever the fuck they want.
When they're babies?
Yeah. You should
When they're
Botox your babies. Dip them in sugar and then Botox them up. Botox is for everyone now, Ben. It's equal opportunity.
Great.
Do you remember
I think it's
Damien
very cool.
was talking about it on like Love is Blind season 1 after the altar that he gets Botox?
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
do
everyone gets
remember that.
Botox.
It's a thing.
Yeah, I
All
get
right.
Botox all the time. It's everywhere.
Yeah, you do?
Oh yeah, I'm Botox the fuck up. That's what keeps me young and playing games.
It doesn't show. You
Thank
don't.
you.
I mean that as a compliment.
It's really good Botox.
Yeah.
Only the best. Otherwise, I'd be
You've been
all
doing it
wrinkly.
all under your beard though, so that's why you can't see it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They love playing games with each other. Izzy feels easier around her. Stacy's like, easy, Izzy. Yeah. I think a big thing here is Izzy says he doesn't worry about the financial and, this is weird, mental stability with Stacy. He's like, yeah, all these other women, I worried about them being crazy. Like
Yeah.
my ex-girlfriends are all crazy, these crazy women.
I'd say that's a pretty healthy feeling to go into Love is Blind with, right?
Yeah, well, you're right. In this case,
I'm actually
you're
with
right.
him on.
No,
I'm
you're
with
right.
him on
In
this
other
one.
cases, I would say a little sexist. In this one, I side with him. But he says she doesn't get vulnerable, and Stacy says doesn't that sound like a much more fun ride? She's like, yeah, I don't get vulnerable, but isn't that better because I'll be more fun to hang out with, and we can play darts and guess people's shoe sizes,
and we'll never discuss anything even remotely deep or.
Do you just want to have lame
introspective?
conversations? What do you want? Want this
Yeah.
to be like health class? Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina. I can do that.
We could talk about weather. We can talk about sports.
Slap your little tuchus.
Yep. Talk about butts.
Izzy says he's torn between Stacy and Johnny. Good girl versus bad gal.
All right.
Timeless fight. Women's quarters. Johnny says my love language is sleeping together. Maris goes, oh yeah, I love napping with my partner. And Johnny is like, no, I mean fucking. Fucking is my love language.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Sex.
Yes.
I know what it is.
Johnny and Chris have a spa day. They put on these little spa shoes, and Chris just says something so sexy.
I feel like a human Capri Sun.
And that's when I knew that Johnny was going to pick him. Just kidding. It was the opposite. I was like, this guy's fucked.
Yep, he's done.
This guy's screwed. Everything Chris says is sweet. Johnny likes that he imagines her playing board games with his family. But then I wrote this note.
That's cute.
I wrote this note down. Is she into him or just the idea of him? Is he just the opposite of her bad guy past?
Yeah. Yeah.
He is.
He's not her type, but maybe she does on a different level recognize that he is what she needs.
Yeah, she wishes she was attracted to him.
Yes.
But she
likes those bad boys, baby.
He's just a friend.
She likes the Harley Davidson. She likes the switchblade.
Yes.
She likes the leather jacket and the slicked back hair. And she likes it when a man looks in the mirror with a comb and says, "Hey,
hey,
what do I need this for?"
He tells her that he's in love with her and that he sees himself marrying her. And she's like, yeah, I can picture myself standing next to you sometimes, 6 feet apart in a platonic fashion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe at a barbecue when I'm with my husband. And then they play really happy music, but then she's like, I'm not in love with him. Mixed messages.
Yikes.
She says in confessionals that she likes Chris, but she has she's like a 5th grader with a crush on Izzy.
Everyone is.
Yeah,
Everyone's got a
I
crush
am.
on Izzy.
I am.
Me too.
He talked about he was a Jehovah's Witness and they never celebrated holidays. And then one day his cousin was just like, you're adopted. Such a dick move.
Wild.
It's just like not even let me set him down. Like, I need to tell you something. It's like, your dad's not your dad.
It was probably like in the middle of an argument.
Yeah.
Well, you're adopted.
Well, you're adopted. Ha!
You're not a real Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Izzy says he's eager to join in other families' traditions. He also says it's good that he also says it's good that she's been married and he's been engaged. Well, you're gonna regret that one.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna rue the day you said that. He asks how certain she is about him. She says she feels her other strong connection is friendship. And Izzy basically says, I want someone vulnerable, and Johnny says it's you. Johnny throws down that gauntlet. She commits.
Yeah. But he's already got a sexy voice somewhere else.
Yeah, but I think at this point it could have been Johnny.
I still don't think so. I think he's stringing her along. I really do.
Well, I think there was more of a chance.
I don't think there was ever a chance.
Wow.
I'm telling you, the second that Stacy spoke and he heard her sexy voice, it was done. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Johnny is what he wants, but Stacy is what he is actually attracted to.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
JP and Taylor, first proposal, 1.5 episodes in. We get some flashback clips. We get this moment of Taylor removing her socks with her feet. How much did Wiki Feet pay for this clip?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
It's a sponsorship.
It was a long one, too.
We're going to see a lot more foot-related stuff this season.
It was Quentin Tarantino directed this episode.
Last season, it was the Tommy Hilfiger underwear. Right? Or no, Calvin Klein. I'm sorry. Calvin Klein underwear.
Yes.
This year it's ExxonMobil and it's
feet and Kind bars.
Yes.
Apparently Taylor's mom still tries to get them to sit on Santa's lap.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
Does it what is she always says like she's looking for love to the Santa, right? Like,
yeah.
Don't the Santas just think that they're coming on to them each time?
Yeah, the whole thing's weird.
Santa's like, well, we can go back to Santa's house.
Yeah. Mrs. Claus is out for the week.
You're here sitting on my lap telling me you're looking for a man. What do you expect me to think right now?
It's very strange. So the proposal is boring. He keeps calling her sugar. What stood out to me was her name is Taylor Mackenzie Rue. Rue. Interesting. Mackenzie Rue.
Mackenzie Rue.
The silly last name.
It's a little silly.
It's just like her. Here we go. Milton and Josh have this little discussion in the men's quarters.
She gave you a rock. What do you think it is?
I can't tell if it's like a muscatite or something.
You think it's muscatite? I'm thinking like maybe biotite just because like the color.
You're such a nerd, Milton.
What the fuck are these guys?
He gets so excited.
Oh, I wish I had my polarizing microscope with me. I should have brought it to the men's quarters. Everybody could have looked at it.
You know what would blow Milton's mind is if they got a special guest celebrity to come on the show and it was The Rock. And then he'd be like, what do you think this one is?
So Johnny breaks it off with poor Chris Fox, the human Capri Sun himself.
I feel like a human Capri Sun.
She punctured him. It didn't go in the hole. It went into the thing and he all leaked out.
She stabbed his heart and she started slurping out the blood.
He took this too well for my taste. I wanted him to take it poorly and rage.
Yeah. It would have been fun.
I
see
know.
a different side of Chris Fox. I'm sorry.
He just says, I appreciate it and that he enjoyed their time together and that she's an amazing and wonderful person. It's like, Chris, this is why you're not the best person for TV.
Come on, Chris.
Come on, Chris.
We need more from you, Chris
And
Fox.
then he cries and he says he just wants to find the person who wants him for him. And I'm like, that's Lydia's line. We already have a person saying that every 5 minutes. Okay, Chris? Yeah. What do you bring to the table?
Maybe they should get together.
Yeah, okay. If you want to stay on the show so bad.
Yeah. He'll be on the show. Don't worry.
Yes.
Johnny's going to get together with Chris.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Chris cries at the table in men's court, says, I'm a freaking idiot. I did not expect this. But he says, you can't blame her. He's just not even mad. He's not even upset. We don't want these emotionally level people.
Nope.
We want people who are going to be irrationally angry. Did he even love her?
For the butcher knife in the kitchen.
Yeah, we want nerd rage. Come on. But luckily, we get a Love is Blind classic coming. They even played this on the Ultimatum Season 2 recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Bye-bye. Have fun. Hey, you know what? Get that ring on that finger. Okay?
Telling us about loyalty.
It's beautiful.
Did Johnny have loyalty?
It's a hit for a reason.
It is.
Number 1 on the charts for a reason.
Oakland Orchestra just always plays the hits. Nothing but the hits.
Yeah. I heard the Eras tour made like a third of what Love is Blind Orchestra's tour made.
That makes sense. Love is Blind Orchestra is so good for the economy.
It's so good.
It stimulates the economy.
Really does.
Just like oil. Izzy and Johnny. So Johnny tells Izzy that her relationship with Chris was the safer option, and now her relationship with Chris is the only one. And they talk about their insecurities physically, and they're afraid of being abandoned. And Izzy was gaslit by his ex-fiance, left him insecure. Johnny asks Izzy if he's had addiction issues because her longest boyfriend had them, and it turns out he eventually died of a drug overdose. And then she says after his death, things got rocky with her husband. She reveals that the ex-boyfriend that died is the only person she has ever been in love with, not her ex-husband. And she considers the ex-husband a rebound.
That is wild.
That is a lot to unpack.
Exactly the reason why they cast her on this specific show.
I was like,
they knew that she could get married to anyone without loving them. So she's a perfect cast.
Yes, this was all 7 years ago, she said. So it was a long time ago. And she says she knows she's a walking red flag, but she is, everybody say it with me, deserving of love.
Yes.
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 But yeah, this is really bad strategic. Like, why wouldn't you tell this to both Chris and Izzy and see how they respond so you can definitely stay on the show,
Yep.
What was she thinking?
Well,
she says she understands the risks that she takes, but this is a definite. I mean,
Chris will take her back. It's fine.
This is not a.
Chris will take her back.
This is a lot to process.
And then she'll go flirt with Izzy in front of Chris at the group hangout in Mexico.
I don't think this makes somebody undateable, especially because it was a long time ago. People can grow, but I think it's a red flag that makes it hard to date someone. Makes it hard to marry somebody like the next day.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a red flag that any of these people want to get married so fast.
Yes. But it was 7 years ago. It's not like she cheated 2 years ago.
Right. She's not a recent rebounder.
Yes.
It's an older rebounder. Yeah.
This is something that happened. Izzy says he's concerned. I want you to listen to this little clip. I want you to pay attention to how audible Izzy's exhale is at one point.
I don't know what to say because it did catch me off guard.
Do you feel like anyone could ever fill that role? Because that's like the only person you've ever been in love with?
Even with how I felt about him, would I say he was like a good partner to me? Probably not. So, yeah, I definitely think I'm capable of being in love again.
Rita's like,
wrong answer.
Shit, I am gotta get out of this one. Where is Stacy?
Where is that sexy voice?
This girl is crazy. She didn't love her husband. Yikes.
And no one could fill that void either.
It's like she's still in love with somebody. She was only in love with somebody that wasn't a good partner to her. Wow. Shit. Fuck. And you were the one I thought was the safer bet.
Now I gotta go with sexy voice over there.
Yeah, we're sexy boy. She's right. She is a more fun ride. I want to get off Johnny's wild ride. She says she's giving him everything and he's giving back nothing. And he's like, I'm processing. And she's like, this isn't productive. And he's like, all right, let's call it a night. And she's like, why?
He needs to swim back to the shallows. He can't be in the deep end anymore. He's got to get stuck in the shallows again.
We're far from the shallow now.
But she's like, I've told you everything. The ball's in your court. I've moved on. I'm telling you I'm falling in love with you. I want to be with you. It's been a long time, and do what you want to do. And he's like, oh, I'm going to do Stacy. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do sexy
Change
voice.
your voice or something.
Change your voice. Talk about darts. Can guess my shoe size.
Then she's like, I don't know, a 7. And he's like, no, it's not that. You're not the one.
And then they just drop this absolute bop. He's like, I want to undo Stacy. That's what I want to do. I want to undo her bra straps. That's what I want to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She wants to undo his laces.
Figure out that he's like, I want to prove that I want to prove that I guessed the shoelace right.
She can't wait to get those laces off that man.
This is Johnny tells the women shit. I left I let go the guy that cared more about me. And she says, I feel like if Izzy chooses Stacy, he's going to regret it. She says, Stacy is Izzy's Chris. You see, I think Johnny is Izzy's Chris.
There's layers to that. My goodness.
Johnny is Izzy's Chris.
And knowing that she said this and knowing that she's just going to go forward and get Chris to be her fiance.
You think she's going to get Chris?
I think Johnny and Chris are going to go.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That'll be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
No, they can't.
They're going to do it. And Milton and
right.
Lydia,
The producers
are going to be with each other. And then there's going to be like 4 women who are all going to be getting flirty with Izzy at the group hangout.
The producers can't let go of Johnny. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, no.
More importantly, Chris. We can't let go of Chris Fox. He's gold.
I mean, he's Chris Fox. So
I'm Chris Fox. I'm a human Capri Sun. I'm very interesting.
Chris is the new Kyle. He's going to be the new Kyle.
Everybody thinks I'm a player, but I'm not. I'm a really nice guy. Yeah. Yeah, so JP and Taylor, they're getting ready to reveal, and we will be back soon with our recap of episodes 3 and 4. I'm very excited. I've been having fun recapping this season. It's good to be back with Love is Blind.
Great to be back.
Yes.
Although I will say there's a sense of dread and worry just with having a firefighter on this show.
I know. It really
So
tarnishes the whole season.
it is fun, but it's also not fun because I'm worried all the time.
I know. You're checking social media every day, just being like, is he okay?
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
I
Is
salute
he
him.
okay?
Is he okay?
Is Izzy?
Is he okay?
Okay, when we're making jokes like this, it's time to
It's time to get the fuck out of here. Patreon.com/reality alert for Love Center coming out later this week as bonus content. In the meantime, in a couple of days, we're going to be coming out with our recap of episodes 3 and 4. Follow us on Instagram at Reality Alert Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter, but Instagram, definitely the best thing to do. Okay, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
I'm really good at cunnilingus. I know it's my God-given talent. Everybody gets one God-given talent.
Ooh.